folks, Mark Duty here again, and welcome. Yeah, it's been a while since I posted up a video, but I've had a few things to do, get a few issues out of the way, and then I got hit by COVID, and it just went downhill from there. But I'm back. So let's talk about what I'm doing at the moment. So basically, my B211A visa I'm basically on the 6th month of my B211A. So in order for me to get my kitas, I have to get an itas through a family reunion. So basically I've put all the paperwork in, it's now in the hands of immigration. Immigration officers came to my house and basically sat down and said, what do you do for a living? How did I meet my wife? And basic questions that most immigration, when officers come to see you, will ask. Basically, how did you make a living? How did you meet? How many times have I been here? Standard questions, nothing complicated, nothing intrusive or anything like that. So, here we are. And basically, what have I been doing during this time while I've not been uploading videos? I got myself some chickens, which has not gone very well for me at the moment because I've had one die of sickness straight away within the first couple of days. I then got a male rooster because the type of chicken I got requires a male, and basically the male died in the night the day I bought it. So it's not gone very well. So let's talk about the cost of chickens. So basically I got what they call ayam kampung, which is basically ayam is chicken and kampung is basically village. So I've got chicken village chicken, so village chicken basically. To anyone else, you can hear them scurrying about now, they're all going nuts. But anyway, yeah, so the price of the chicken was 50,000 rupiah each, which is equivalent to what, £2.20, 36, 48, no sorry, £3, about £3.20 for a full live chicken. You know what I mean? So I did have 4 females, one died, and I bought a male and he's died. So it's not gone very well, but they're in. The rest of them are alive. I built the shelter out of bamboo. It's not very good built, to be honest. I've never used bamboo before, and it's actually really hard to use, I find, because I don't have the skill set with a machete or butterflies flying at me to actually build it. But at least I'm brave enough to say, yeah, I'm not very good at that. So it's all a learning curve. We've got to learn new skills, new tricks and things when we're in a different country, and things are completely different to how we're usually doing it. Especially when you go from a Western country to an Asian country, things are done completely different tools, different styles, different methods. But it is what it is. My vanilla is so some of it is growing extremely well and the others ain't. They're just kind of really slow. But anyway, I mean, in the long run, now that I'm 6 months in, there are certain things I'm missing in the West. Obviously, internet connection is one of them, because obviously, even phone signal here is quite poor. Certain foods, I think to myself, oh, I really fancy one of them. One thing I've noticed is Indonesian desserts are really not that great. You know what I mean? I miss my old English desserts, because English do proper desserts, but here there isn't really much. You get brownies, that's about as close to a nice cake as you can get, really, unless you go and actually get someone to make you a cake. The rest of it, it's alright, but it's not like Western cakes. It's not like English cakes, which is a bit depressing. Food wise, I'm getting along with the food alright. My stomach's handling it now, after because usually everybody who goes to Bali, now and again you'll get Bali belly and stuff like that. I still get that from time to time, but not as bad as what I used to get it. This one at the door. Always, every time I do videos, there's always someone that turns up, or but anyway, in the long run, that's what's been going on, really. I've been trying to sort my visa out. I've got a couple of businesses that have we're doing extremely well, and then ever since COVID hit, everything just went to pot. For some reason, with everything being closed and stuff like that, it's kind of affected business big time. So, it is what it is. It's life, innit? There's always bumps in the road, but we'll get through it. We always do. So my long-term plans now are to get some more chicken, but I'm going to get a different kind of chicken. I'm going to get a boiler chicken. It's the main chicken that they use for eating here. So I'm going to build myself another chicken coop, but I'm not going to do it out of bamboo this time. I'm going to do it out of wood, because I know how to build with wood pretty easy. So I'll be able, it's more expensive, but for me it's easier and I can build it correctly. I'm trying to get some of my gardening businesses up and running. It's a bit slow at the moment, but it is what it is, but we'll get there. Everything takes time and patience, but we will get there. Yeah, language-wise, I'm picking up the language okay, sort of. It's odd words. I'm picking up more and more and more. At least I'm picking up new words each week, and it's getting there slowly but surely. Another thing I've got to say is it's funny how the YouTubers in Bali are like, oh, we love Bali, COVID come, they all fled, and then now they're all running back to Bali saying, look at Bali, this is our home, we're so great. Stop it, man, innit? Stop doing that. You know what I mean? I'm seeing a lot more people trying to open up businesses in Bali, and it's like, well, you say you love Bali and everything, but then you're taking over all the businesses from the actual Balinese people. So you're not actually helping, you're actually making things worse, because basically foreigners are going to own everything, which in my eyes, that shouldn't be the case. You know what I mean? Look at the UK. Look what happened to all our great industry is basically now all owned by foreign nations. You know what I mean? And that went downhill. I have nothing against foreigners. You know what I mean? I'm a foreigner myself in a different country, but you got to keep it even. You got to make sure the local populace has the things that they need and they can be able to run businesses. I have noticed quite a lot of stores here have closed. There are a lot that are just shut. Everywhere you go, there's always places for sale or for rent. But this is a working city. This is not a tourist city. So, it is what it is with that one. Coffee shops galore. Everybody's got a coffee shop. We went up to Lasari Beach the other day, where they started. Basically, what they've done is they've done what a lot of countries have done, where basically they've extended into the ocean. So they took a ton of rocks down and pushed the water back, and then they fill it and fill it and fill it. They built some lovely hotel thing on there, but there isn't really much to see there. There isn't much to do. But if you go around to the main strip, where it has like City of Makassar, Manado, and all these different signs, it even has the original script language of Makassar, because if you actually look at the actual language of Makassar, it isn't Bahasa, it's what's the way to do it? It's like hieroglyphics, let's put it that way. Yeah, so that's the kind of language it actually is. And obviously here people try and confuse me because they use Bahasa and they use the language of Makassar. So obviously I've got to adapt to learning two languages at the same time in most cases, but mostly using Bahasa. But we'll get there in the long run. But one thing I did notice is on the main strip is all the food stuff, right? So bakso, meatball, if you don't know what bakso is. So basically you'd have meatball, sausage. Meatball, sausage. And then at the back of that you have all the little places that do like cheese and chocolate on toast. That's basically what it is. That's what I call it, because that's basically what it is. Roti, which is bread, so it's like roti, cheese, peanut, banana, you name it, they stick it all on, and basically You know, it's just every single restaurant store is the same thing all the way along, and I don't get that. I really don't. I don't understand how they make money doing that, how everybody has the same shop. And that's one thing I have noticed about Indonesia, is that it's the same shop everywhere. No matter where you go, it's the same shop. One thing I have noticed is the mini marts. Now the mini marts, I only ever saw one mini mart here in Makassar, but now there's actually a few propping up. So it's like you have your Indo marts, your Alpha marts, and your mini marts now. Mini marts are not as prevalent. Oh, and Circle K. You have a lot of Circle K's as well. That's more of a restaurant. I don't know what it is, to be honest. It's a restaurant, but it's a shop at the same time, I think. I don't know. I've never been in one. But I see them all the time. I see people eating there, but at the same time, you see like shops and things. So I'm so itchy. Mosquito wise, you know, oh, when I first come here, I was being absolutely bit to death. My feet swelled up at one point where it was like I had a 3 foot, you know what I mean? I had 3 feet on 1 foot. It was horrible. But at least now the mosquito bites ain't as bad. They're starting to get used to me, I think. So they're not biting me as much, but I still get quite a few bites. But the itchiness that I used to get with mosquito bites has certainly gone down. I'm kind of getting used to getting bitten all the time. It's something new, you know, something new to add towards the mosquitoes. But anyway, if you ever need anything for your mosquito bites, buy Fresh Care. Fresh Care is definitely one that's helped me through all this, because I use certain products. I use Harrison, which is like it's like baby powder, but it's for skin irritation and stuff like that. Slap that on, you know what I mean? If that don't work, use Fresh Care. If that don't work, there's like, what do they call it? Nyamoso, something like that. It's like a Chinese thing in a little glass bottle with all Chinese writing around it with a red lid. You put that on, that stuff's brilliant, but when you start using it a lot, it kind of where the effectiveness goes down. So I wouldn't advise using it all the time. So yeah, things are cooking, you know what I mean? I'm getting used to the heat now. So sometimes it's hot for me, sometimes it ain't, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? But anyway, that's a quick update of what's been going on. I'm not going to waffle on for too long, but I'm going to try and post up a bit more often than what I have been doing lately, because I've been a bit busy, to be honest, trying to get everything sorted, like my business is sorted, getting COVID out of the way, building a chicken coop. I've had quite a lot to do and then had much time, but I'm going to keep you all updated with different things. I'll let you know how the immigration's going. So obviously I'm getting my family reunion, which is for a year. It costs me about £250, which is way cheaper than going to a visa agent that were going to charge me about £650. The prices would have gone up by now because prices for everything's gone up. People keep asking me about, do I need this for this visa? Do I need that? Listen, let me be honest with you now. Yeah, the rules change that bloody often. I can't, unless you want me to do a video every Monday on how to do it, you know what I mean? If you do, let me know and I'll do it. But at the end of the day, the rules and things keep changing. It's constant. Bali's opened up, as you can tell, because all the YouTubers have returned and they're like, oh, it's beautiful. It's like we never left and all this, which, you know, all the doomsdayers that basically stayed there were like, oh, Bali will never be Bali again and all this. And then a week later, they're like, look at it, Bali's back. You know what I mean? Yeah, all right. You know what I mean? So they were clickbaiting. That's all they ever did was clickbaiting, and they only ever went to places that were actually shut down. You know what I mean? It was like, look, it's shut. But anyway, it is what it is with people. You know what I mean? Me, I'm not into all that. I just do honest videos. Listen, this is me. I live here in Makassar, and I'm telling you, you know, this is how it is for me. I don't live in Bali. I do go to Bali, but I don't live in Bali. So, you know, I'm giving you more of an experience, not a tourist kind of view, but is what it's actually like to live here. What it's actually like for people who immigrate to this country. You know what I mean? Especially because Bali, you can call it, it's a different island, yeah, but also you can kind of call it a different country in a way. I mean, no offense when I say that, because some people can get a bit shirty about that, but basically Bali's one thing, living in Indonesia as a whole is completely different. So anyway, that's enough of me waffling on today. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share and subscribe, and God bless you all, and see you all soon. Bye now.